Good morning, students. Welcome back again. We were discussing chapter number 10, right? The name of the chapter is India, Agriculture. We have seen what agriculture is. We are concerned with the agriculture concept in this chapter, which is only related to our country, that is India, right? We have seen in the introduction part, that is in the first and the second paragraph, what the agriculture is, how many people are dependent on agriculture, how much we export the agriculture to the other foreign countries, right? Then we saw the types of farming, right? There were 6 types. First is subsistence farming, second is wet farming, third is dry farming, fourth is zoom agriculture, fifth is plantation agriculture, and the sixth one is intensive agriculture. This is what we have discussed in the previous sessions. Right? So let's move ahead with today's topic, that is farming methods. That is farming methods. That is on page number 77. Organic farming, sustainable farming, mixed farming, etc. are some of the current methods of farming in India. These are some of the current methods, that means whatever methods which are being followed today, presently, are sustainable farming, mixed farming, and organic farming. So these are some current methods which are being followed presently. So let's look one by one. Point number 1, organic farming. What is an organic farming? Organic means original, right? એમાં કોઈ વસ્તુ મિક્સ કરવામાં, કોઈ injections આપવામાં આવે નહીં, right? That is known as organic farming. ઘણા બધા એવા ફ્રૂટ્સ હોય છે, ઘણા વેજીટેબલ્સ હોય છે, એમાં જેમાં ઇન્જેક્શન્સ આપવામાં આવે ને પછી એ પાકે, right? So they are not natural. They are not natural. But જે fruit અથવા કોઈ બી particular plant develop itself naturally, that is known as organic farming, right? I hope the word is clear. Let's move and look what it is. The rate at which the chemical fertilizers and the insecticides are used, the destructive effects of this chemical is also felt. Due to the presence of these chemicals and insecticides in grains, vegetables and fruits, it has affected adversely the hygiene of the people, right? ઘણી વાર હું તમને અત્યારનો જ એક્ઝામ્પલ આપું. Currently we find bananas, right? Every 12 months, right? દરેક મહિનામાં every 12 months, right? We find bananas. That is not actually possible. It is a particular fruit which is only been available in monsoon, right? Banana je છે એ monsoon માં generally available. You may find it in winter also, and you may find it in summer also. How it is this possible? There are certain chemicals or injections which are been given to the plant, and the particular fruit has been developed, right? Which affects the human body at later on stages. So we need to be aware which fruit and which season it is, right? We don't think of all these things, and we eat the fruits without thinking it, right? So there are people who are money minded. They are not concerned with any kind of organic farming, right? Their only concern is to earn the profit. So they make the product through chemicals and particular injections and make it available in the market, and we eat it, right? So it is harmful to the human body at a long point of time if the product is not organic, right? So we should be aware, right, which particular fruit is available in which season, right? And then only we should consume it. Moving ahead. Due to the presence of chemicals and insecticides in grains, vegetables and fruits, it has affected adversely the hygiene of the people. More damage is caused to the environment. The productive capacity and fertility of the land has reduced. The most important thing is the fertility of the land that reduces. હવે એ જે chemicals અથવા injections ની અંદર જે પણ mix કરતા હોય, whatever they are mixing it, right? There may be certain kind of fruits which might be available, but at longer point of time, the place where the fruits are being grown, the land, the soil, right, it loses its fertility. Right? So that is again an issue for a longer point of time. More damage is caused to the environment. The productive capacity and the fertility of the land has reduced, due to which the crop production of the land and its quality were reduced over a long run. And lamba time it is a problem for both, even to the humans and to the place where food grains or fruits are being developed, right? It becomes less fertile. The soil on which everything develops becomes less fertile, right? Organic farming is that method of farming in which urea or any other chemical fertilizers or insecticides are not used. Are not used, that means original vastu, right? Any jatte juge from the seed. From the seed, only water and certain things which are required are only given to that particular plant or to that particular crop, and they develop themselves naturally, right? For the nutrition of the crop, dung, khatar, right, earthworm, fertilizer, composite fertilizer, etc. are used. આ એવા ટાઈપના ફર્ટિલાઇઝર્સ છે which does not create any harm to the plant, either to the fruit or to the crop, right? જે natural fertilizers હોય ને એનો યુઝ થાય છે. So this is known as organic farming. The fruits or the crops which develops through this type of farming are pure and natural. Right? But atyare, right, in the present era, there are certain people who are totally dependent on organic farming, and there are certain people who are not dependent on organic farming, right? A લોકો money minded છે. So they try to make the product through injections and other chemicals and make it available in the market. So as a consumer, we should be aware. We should be aware of buying such products while we are taking it from the market, right? Moving ahead. Cow urine, needs, solvents, buttermilk, etc. are used for the protection of crops. The organic products are full of nutrients. They contain natural taste, sweetness and fragrance. There are minerals, vitamins and life energizing elements in these crops. Right? The natural fruit hoy, swag, taste, minerals, vitamins, all that things are totally different with the fake one, right? એક ફેક બનાના છે અથવા એક ફેક ઓરેન્જ અથવા એપલ છે, એની સામે એક ઓરિજિનલ બનાના એપલ અથવા ઓરેન્જ છે. સો ઓબ્વિયસલી યુ આર ગોઈંગ ટુ find the difference in taste. You are going to find the quality which is much more better, right? In terms of vitamins and minerals, the organic products are far more better compared to the ones which are being made through injections or chemicals, right? So we need to focus and we need to be alert which product it is that we are buying from the market, whether the product is organic or not, right? Nowadays organic farm products are more in demand, so the farmers also get a good return, right? Original વસ્તુ હોય એટલે એમાં ખર્ચો પણ ઓછો થાય કારણ કે naturally develop થાય છે, right? And that natural product which is available in the market, right, would be at low rates, that is low prices, so even the consumer can buy the product very easily, right? So again it would give the benefit, to the consumers also, so they can even buy easily and that money will reach to the farmer easily, right? It's in cycle, right? So organic farming has many advantages, but there are certain farmers or people who are more money minded and they want to give certain kind of products which are not of the season, right? Of the seasons ni product or એવી products એ લોકોને મૂકવાની ઈચ્છા થાય છે, so that consumer may get attracted and may buy the product, right? So we need to be alert, we are educated and we must know which product we are buying, whether it is organic or not, right? Moving ahead. Sustainable farming. In order to see that the soil fertility is retained for a longer time, care is taken for crop rotation, right? Soil ની fertility ઓછી ના થઈ જાય એટલે crop rotate થયા કરે. You are plugging wheat this time, then on the next time it may be paddy, then on the next time it may be bajra, then on the next time it may be again rice, then again paddy, or maybe so that is wheat, and it goes on, so that the soil fertility remains over there. એકની એક વસ્તુ એકની એક જગ્યાએ તમે પ્લાન્ટ કરો, ડેવલપ કરો, એક પોઈન્ટ ઓફ ટાઈમ એવો આવે કે સોઇલ ફર્ટિલિટી છે ને ઓછી થતી જાય, right? So it is very much important to sustain the farming concept, and if you want to sustain the farming concept, right, that is the farmers, they have to change the particular crops at every interval, right, so that the soil fertility will not reduce. In order to see that the soil fertility is retained for a longer time, care is taken for crop rotation, use of chemical fertilizers only when necessary, use of biotic controls for insects and harvest water conservation, etc. All these things are to be taken care by the farmer if he wants his soil to be good in the terms of fertility. In the terms of fertility, right? એક સિમ્પલ એક્ઝામ્પલ આપું, આપણું હ્યુમન બોડી છે, રાઈટ? આપણે એકનું એક ખાવાનું ખાઈ શકીએ છીએ? નો. વી મે એન્ડ વી મે ઇવન સર્વાઈવ ઓલ્સો, રાઈટ? આપણે ખાઈ પણ શકીએ છીએ અને સર્વાઈવ પણ કરી શકીએ, છતાં આપણે એકનું એક ખાવાનું ખાઈએ. વી રિક્વાયર ડિફરન્ટ ફૂડ એટ ધ ટાઈમ ઓફ લંચ, રાઈટ? એવરી ડે દરરોજ કંઈક નવું જોઈએ, રાઈટ? સો નેચર છે, સોઇલ છે, types of soils આપણે જોઈ ગયા હતા, રાઈટ? સો ઇવન ધ સોઇલ ફર્ટિલિટી ઓલ્સો રિક્વાયર સમથિંગ ડિફરન્ટ, રાઈટ? તો જ બધી વસ્તુ પૂરી પડે. આપણા બોડીમાં તમે એક જ ફૂડ ખાવ એટલે કેટલાક મિનરલ્સ તમને એક એક્સટેન્ડેડ ક્વોન્ટિટીમાં મળી જશે અને કેટલાક મિનરલ્સમાં તમે હંમેશા લેક કરશો because you are not eating that food. So obviously your strength will reduce because you are only focusing on one food. You require to eat each and every food, right? જેટલા ફૂડ્સ છે, રાઈટ? બપોર આપણે લંચ ટાઈમે ખાઈએ છીએ, બધા ફૂડ ખાવા પડે, ફ્રૂટ્સ ખાવા પડે, રાઈટ? different fruits, then only you may get vitamins and minerals from different fruits and plus the food, right? So even nature has its own role to play in the term of fertility. If the farmer plugs one thing for a certain point of years at the same place year after year, the fertility will reduce. So to sustain his farming concepts, he has to plug certain new particular food grains every year, or maybe 6 months or twice, or maybe 2 to 3 years he needed to change his concepts of farming, right? This is known as sustainable farming, right? Moving ahead. Mixed farming. What is mixed farming? Here the cattle rearing, poultry, sericulture and fisheries, etc. are carried out simultaneously along with farming, right? બીજા business એને mixed farming કહેવાય, right? ફિશરી નો બિઝનેસ, કેટલ રિયરિંગ, જે લોકો ઢોરા રાખતા હોય અને જેને એનિમલ્સ નો બિઝનેસ હોય, ફિશરીઝ નો બિઝનેસ હોય, other businesses which are mixed with farming, that is known as mixed farming. Right? Moving ahead. Next, agricultural products in India. As per the seasons, the agricultural crops of India can be divided into 3 categories. First, Kharif crop. Second, Rabi crop. And the third, that is Zaid crop. Right? Now, what is this Kharif? Kharif means monsoon crops. Rabi means winter crops. And Zaid means summer crops. Right? Monsoon, winter and summer crops. જો ત્રણેયની season છે, ત્રણેયના crops અલગ-અલગ છે. Let's look first at the monsoon crops. Crops which are taken during rainy seasons are called Kharif crops. Time for this crop is from June, July to October, November. Right? Monsoon crops જ્યારે તમારે develop કરવા હોય, so which is the perfect time for developing monsoon crops? That is June, July to October, November. And third point, paddy, maize, jowar, millet, cotton, tea, groundnut, mung and mut are kharif crops or monsoon crops. આટલા crops monsoon season માં develop થાય, right? આ જે particular chart આપેલો છે, difference of these 3, right, can be asked in 3 marks. In section C, right? 8 questions હશે section C માં. The latest paper style is not uploaded yet, but I am telling it from the previous paper style, right? Section C contains 24 marks. Each question carries 3 marks and there will be 8 questions, right? So 3 mark માં આ question પૂછાઈ શકે. Explain the difference between monsoon, winter and summer crops, right? That is Kharif, Rabi and Zaid crops. તો ત્રણેય છે, ત્રણેયના points પણ આપેલા છે, right? So you have to remember આખો જે point છે, that is monsoon, winter and summer, એ તમે જે નોટ બનાવી છે અથવા તમારી ફેર બુકમાં જે તમે પોઈન્ટ્સ લખો છો એમાં તમારે આ લખવાનું રહેશે. You have to write it, right? Because it is points. Everything is given in bullet points, right? Bullet points આપેલા છે. Moving towards the Rabi crop. Rabi means winter, right? Crops which are taken during winter are called Rabi crops. Time for these crops is from October, November to March, April. Right? Wheat, gram, barley, mustard, linseed, etc. are being developed in winter season. They are known as rabi crops. They are known as rabi crops, right? And moving towards the monsoon summer season, that is summer crops, zade crops. Crops which are grown during summer are called zade crops. Time for these crops is from March to June. Paddy, maize, groundnut, till, millet, and fruits like watermelon, cucumber, muskmelon, etc. are developed in summer crops. In point number 3, there are many names which are being given, right? પાંચ નામ આપેલા છે, but if you remember 3 names, right? Suppose kharif athwa monsoon crop છે તો paddy, maize, jowar are being developed in monsoon crops. That is what you can write and you will get the mark. Winter crops, wheat, gram and barley are developed in winter, that is rabi crops. And third, paddy, maize, groundnut and watermelon. For example, fruit છે એટલે watermelon, one fruit. Paddy, maize and groundnut and watermelon are developed in summer crops, right? So this is how you can remember these points. And બીજી વસ્તુ જો ખાસ ધ્યાન રાખજો, મોન્સૂનમાં જે ટાઈમ આપેલો છે that is June, July to October, November, right? So June to November, that is what it is. June, July, so June, October, November, so November. So June to November. હવે next જુઓ તમે, winter, October. પેલું નવેમ્બર છે એની આગળનો એક મહિનો ઓક્ટોબર ટુ એપ્રિલ, અને થર્ડ વન that is માર્ચ ટુ જૂન, એટલે એપ્રિલ પાછું એક મહિનો પહેલો. સો ઓલામાં બી એવું છે, જો પહેલા નવેમ્બર છે, પછી જેવું તમે વિન્ટરમાં હોય એટલે નવેમ્બર પહેલા ઓક્ટોબર આવી જાય. સો ઓક્ટોબર નવેમ્બર ટુ માર્ચ એપ્રિલ, અને થર્ડમાં બી એવું છે, જુઓ માર્ચ એપ્રિલ તો માર્ચ, સો that is from March to June. So this is a way or a trick to remember the second point. Right? That depends upon you how you remember, but there are more chances that it can be asked in the exam, right? 3 માર્કમાં ના પૂછાઈ શકે તો 2 માર્કમાં પૂછાઈ શકે, કોઈ બી 2. Difference between monsoon or winter, difference between summer or monsoon, and any 2 can be asked. So this particular chart you have to learn by heart. Moving ahead, major agricultural crops. Due to diversities in geographical condition, climate, variety of land, the amount of rainfall, etc., different crops are grown in different parts of India, right? This is known as major agricultural crops. Now we are moving towards the main topic, that is major agricultural crops. કેટલાક એવા states છે જ્યાં એ states એ crops થી ઓળખાય છે, right? So ઘણીવાર ઇન્ડિયાની અંદર ઘણી બધી અલગ અલગ જગ્યાએ અલગ ક્લાઇમેટ છે, અલગ સોઇલ ફર્ટિલિટી છે, અલગ રેનફોલ છે. So there are different crops which are being developed in different parts of the country. So let's look them. Next, major agricultural products of India. So this is a chart that is also you have to remember, right? Learn by heart નથી કરવાનો, but remember કરવાનો. But it's a very easy chart. The difference has been given. See, food grains, તો તમને પહેલા ખબર હોવી જોઈએ કે food grains એટલે શું, કઈ વસ્તુ food grains માં આવે, which are the things that are included in food grains, right? Paddy, wheat, jowar, millet, maize and barley, these are food grains. Second, pulses, tail, moong, gram, peas, bean, mud, udad and lentil, these are some peas, right? તમને એ difference ખબર હોવા જોઈએ. Third is oil seeds, groundnut, till, soybean, castor, mustard, sunflower, coconut, linseed. આ બધું શું છે? ઓઇલ સીડ્સ છે, આમાંથી ઓઇલ બને. Fourth, that is beverages, tea, coffee, cocoa, that is cocoa powder, right? આ બધા beverages કહેવાય, drinking concepts. Next, cash crops. હવે આપણે એક concept જોઈ ગયા હતા yesterday, that farmers are more focusing on the cash crops. So what are these cash crops? કઈ એવી farming products છે જેમાં farmers cash crops માં વધારે ફોકસ કરે છે? So that is cotton. મેં તમને ગઈકાલે એક એક્ઝામ્પલ આપ્યું, right? I give you the example of cotton. Cotton એક એવી વસ્તુ છે જે એક રો મટીરિયલ છે, right? હવે એ રો મટીરિયલના ફાર્મરને પૈસા મળી જાય છે, because cotton is not a ready-made product. એ મેન્યુફેક્ચર છે, એ ખાલી એક રો મટીરિયલ છે, એનું મેન્યુફેક્ચરિંગ પ્રોસેસ થાય છે, પછી એ કોઈ એક પીસ ઓફ ક્લોથમાં યુઝ થાય છે ને એમાંથી કાપડમાંથી કોઈ બી એક વસ્તુ બને છે, દેટ ઇઝ શર્ટ ઓર એનીથિંગ, રાઈટ. બટ ધેટ કોટન ઇઝ અ રો મટીરિયલ. હવે એ જે કોટનનું ડેવલપમેન્ટ જે છે, રાઈટ, સો દેટ ઇઝ એ વેરી ઇઝી કોન્સેપ્ટ ફોર ધી ફાર્મર. That is a very easy concept for the farmer, right? So that is known as the cash crop. That is known as the cash crop, right? મગફળીમાં એવું જ છે, right? મગફળી પણ એક રો મટીરિયલ છે જેમાંથી તેલ બને, સિંગ તેલ, કપાસિયાનું તેલ, the oil that we use for vegetation purpose, right? આપણા ઘરમાં જે ફૂડ બને, જે ઓઇલ યુઝ થાય એ મગફળીમાંથી બનતા, right? એમાં પાછા ડિફરન્ટ ટાઈપ્સ આવે, but એ બી એક રો મટીરિયલ જ છે. So that is also in cash crop. That is also in cash crop. એ પછી પ્રોસેસ થાય અને એમાંથી ઓઇલ નીકળે, રાઈટ. બટ એ બધું ફાર્મરને જોવાનું આવતું નથી. એ તો જેવું મગફળી થાય તે ડાયરેક્ટલી ગો ઇન્ટુ ધી માર્કેટ એન્ડ સેલ ઇટ આઉટ, રાઈટ. સો દે ગેટ ધી કેશ easily, right? Moving ahead, see, cotton, sugar cane એવું જ છે. sugar પ્રોસેસ કરવી પડે, right? But farmers ને easily cash મળી જાય. એવી જ રીતે jute, tobacco, rubber, right? So these are some cash crops through which the cash gets easily into the hands of farmer, right? Moving ahead, condiments, cumin seed, fennel, isabgol, coriander, ધાણા જે કહીએ ને આપણે મસાલો, right? જે આપણે વેજીટેશનમાં યુઝ થાય એ, fenugreek, ajwain, black pepper, garlic, all these things are known as condiments, right? Moving ahead, fruits. Now you know what fruits are, right? So I'm not repeating the names, mango, banana and all that things have been given. Moving ahead, vegetables. So I guess you are also clear with vegetables. Potato, brinjal, onion, bottle ground, turia, lady's finger, and all these names have been given, right? So these are the differences that you should understand. That is why it has been given. Because in agricultural concept, all this field, આ જેટલી field છે, food grains, pulses, oilseeds, beverages, cash crops, condiments, fruits, vegetables, they are being grown. And who develops them? Farmer. Who develops them? Farmer. બધાની અલગ પ્રોસેસ હોય, બધાની અલગ રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ્સ હોય, રાઈટ. બધાનું અલગ વોટર રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ્સ હોય. So as a farmer, right, a farmer can choose any one of these concepts in his farming products or in his farming land, right? So we must be clear what a farmer learns every year in India. તો આ જેટલા પ્રોડક્ટ્સ છે, જેટલા નામ છે, સબ ટોપિક છે અને એની અંદર એના બીજા બધા પોઈન્ટ્સ છે, રાઈટ. તો આટલી વસ્તુ દર વર્ષે ઇન્ડિયાની અંદર ડેવલપ થાય છે, દર વર્ષે ઇન્ડિયાની અંદર ડેવલપ થાય છે, રાઈટ. So I hope you are clear with this concept. Moving ahead, food grains, right? હવે જો આ જેટલા concepts છે, right? તો for example food grains, તો food grains માં paddy, wheat, jowar, millet, maize, barley, આવા બધા પોઈન્ટ્સ આ ચેપ્ટરની અંદર આપેલા છે. પછી એવી જ રીતે બીજો કોન્સેપ્ટ, ત્રીજો કોન્સેપ્ટ, રાઈટ. તો સપોઝ આઈ ટેલ યુ લાઈક ધીસ, સપોઝ આ ફૂડ ગ્રેન્સ છે, તો ફૂડ ગ્રેન્સના જેટલા પોઈન્ટ્સ છે તે ડીપમાં આપેલા છે. પછી બીજો ટોપિક છે, ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ ઇટ ઇઝ પલ્સીસ, તો એના જેટલા પોઈન્ટ્સ છે તો એ બધા આપેલા છે, રાઈટ. પછી ત્રીજો પોઈન્ટ છે, એમાં થોડાક પોઈન્ટ્સ એવા છે જે બહુ એકદમ કોમન છે, એ ટેક્સ્ટ બુકમાં ચેપ્ટરની અંદર ઇન્ક્લુડેડ નથી. બટ વોટ આર સમ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ પોઈન્ટ્સ that are there in this chapter? એ આમાંથી તમારે લર્ન કરવાના રહેશે in detail, and that is what we are going to study next, right? Moving ahead, food grains. So now I hope you are clear with food grains. So what is food grains? Paddy, wheat, jowar, millet, maize and barley. That is food grains. Grains are cultivated in about 75% of the total area sown, and about 50% of the total production comes from grains. Major food grains are as follows. See, grains are cultivated in about 75% of the total area sown. આખા ઇન્ડિયાની અંદર જેટલું ટોટલ એરિયા સોન થાય છે, that means એ પ્લાન્ટેશન થાય છે, એમાં 75% belongs to food grains. 75% belongs to food grains, right? And about 50% of the total production, આખું જે ટોટલ પ્રોડક્શન છે, ટોટલ પ્રોડક્શન એટલે શેનું? ફ્રોમ હિયર ટુ હિયર. આ જેટલું ટોટલ પ્રોડક્શન થાય છે એમાંથી 50%, right? 50% of the total production comes from grains. Major food grains are as follows. Point number one, paddy, that is rice. Paddy is our most important crop. A large majority of the world and about half of the population of India uses rice. Half of the population of India, 135 crore plus here, right? And the number keeps on increasing. So you can easily say in a half tame karwa jao, so it will be 70 to 75 crores, right? 70 crores ની આસપાસ 135 crore plus છે એટલે 140 હોય, right? તો 70 and a half છે, એટલે ઓલમોસ્ટ એટલા લોકો રાઈસ યુઝ કરે છે એમના ડેઈલી એસેન્શિયલ્સમાં. So you can imagine what amount of production it would be in the terms of paddy, that is rice. India stands second in world after China in paddy production. Underline the sentence. India stands second in the world after China in paddy production. Wheat ma world level India stands on the second place, right? After China, right? Paddy is sown over 1/4 of the total sown area. Paddy is a crop of torrid zone, hot and humid climate, minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. એટલે ઠંડક હોવી જોઈએ. 20 degree is cold, right? આપણે એસી કરીએ 20 ઉપર કેવું ચેન્જ થઈ જાય within 1 hour. So that normal temperature paddy requires to develop itself. So winter types of crops, right? Minimum temperature 20 degrees Celsius, right? Fertile alluvial soil and more than 100 centimeter of rainfall is all necessary. 100 centimeter કરતા પણ વધારે rainfall હોવી જોઈએ. That means there should be more rain if you want to develop rice, right? More than 100 centimeter of rainfall are necessary for more production. In the regions of less rainfall in Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, this crop is taken through irrigation. Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh ma a crop develop થાય છે through irrigation. That means through water. Maybe step well, maybe ponds, maybe rivers, maybe small lakes and all that kind of things. અને bore wells જે હોય એના through Punjab, Haryana, right? And Uttar Pradesh. This paddy concept, that is rice, is being developed through irrigation. More human labor is necessary for paddy cultivation. West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Orissa are major paddy production or producing states, right? Underline all the names, right? I'm repeating it again. West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Orissa are major paddy producing states, right? The crop is taken 2 or 3 times in West Bengal. એક જ વર્ષની અંદર 2 થી 3 વાર આ ક્રોપને પાછો વાવવામાં આવે છે, રાઈટ? અને ડેવલપ કરવામાં આવે છે, સોન કરવામાં આવે છે. The crop is taken 2 or 3 times in West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Orissa and Tamil Nadu. Right? 2 થી 3 વાર આ crop ત્યાં develop થાય છે in a year. In Gujarat, paddy is grown in Surat. Underline the sentence. Underline the sentence. In Gujarat, ગુજરાતમાં કઈ જગ્યાએ rice development છે? So that place is Surat. Underline. It can be asked in MCQ. In Gujarat, paddy is grown in Surat, Tapi, Panchmahal, Ahmedabad, Kheda, Anand, Valsad districts, etc. Right? આટલા બધા છે, but કોઈ બી એક તમને ઓપ્શન આપેલું હશે, so it will be very easy for you to identify, right? But Surat is the main place, right, where paddy is given the importance. Surat, Tapi, Panchmahal, Ahmedabad, Kheda, Anand and the Valsad district. Paddy requires more water. A constant જે જગ્યાએ રાઈસ ડેવલપ થતા હોય ને એમાં એ ફિલ્ડની અંદર, એ ફાર્મિંગ પ્લેસની અંદર પાણી હોવું જરૂરી છે 24/7. Then only rice can be developed. However, instead of keeping the paddy fields fully under water, paddy is grown by irrigating through sprinklers using less water, right? પેલા જે જૂનો ફાર્મિંગ કોન્સેપ્ટ હતો જો એ આપેલો છે. આઈ એમ રીડિંગ ઇટ અગેન. સી, however, instead of keeping the paddy fields fully under water, મેં તમને કીધું ને પેલા જે ફાર્મિંગ કોન્સેપ્ટ હતા ને અત્યારે થોડા ચેન્જ થયા છે, બટ મેજોરિટી કોન્સેપ્ટ હજુ આ જ ચાલે છે. પેડી ડેવલપ કરવું હોય ને તે જેટલા ફિલ્ડમાં તમે જે વાવેલું હોય ને એટલું જ પાણી તમારે એની અંદર રાખવું પડે. then only it can develop itself, paddy. But however, paddy is grown by irrigating through sprinklers using less water. So sprinklers આવે પેલું સ્પ્રે જેવું આવે, રાઈટ? એનાથી રાઈસ ડેવલપ થાય. I don't understand this concept which has been given in this textbook, but whatever I know as per my knowledge and I have seen, right, જે પેડી છે એમાં કોન્સ્ટન્ટ તમારે રાઈસમાં ડેવલપ કરવા હોય તો તમારે પાણી રાખવું પડે. It is given in the textbook, it might be true, but I don't understand this, right? But if you really want to develop rice, right, you require more amount of water. જેટલું તમે વાવેલું છે, જે હાઈટ છે એટલું જ પાણી તમારે એમાં રાખવું પડે. Then only it can give you good results. That is paddy, right? ખાસ ધ્યાન રાખજો, અલગ અલગ સ્ટેટ્સ આપેલા છે ઇન્ડિયાની અંદર ત્યાં પેડી ડેવલપ થાય અને ગુજરાતમાં આપેલું છે. સો ગુજરાતમાં સુરત, તાપી, પંચમહાલ, અમદાવાદ, ખેડા, આણંદ and Valsad district. So these are the places where paddy or rice is being grown, right? Moving ahead, second, that is wheat. Wheat is the second important crop of our country after paddy. Paddy is the first important crop, wheat is the second important crop after paddy. Wheat is grown over 1/3 area of arable land of the country. આખું જે આપણું ઇન્ડિયા નેશન છે એમાં 1/3, right, of the place that goes to wheat. It is a substantial food of the people of northwest India. Substantial food, that is એક એવી વસ્તુ છે wheat જેના ઉપર નોર્થ વેસ્ટ ઓફ ઇન્ડિયા આધારિત છે, right? That is wheat. Wheat is the most important thing for any human, right? જો wheat ના હોય ને તો રોટલી બનતી બંધ થઈ જાય. You cannot make the rotis. Then how you are going to survive, right? So it is one of the most important particular food grains that has been developed in, or farmers are developing in India. Wheat is a rabi crop of temperature zone. It requires black or fertile or loamy soil more than 75% of annual rainfall. પેલામાં more than 100% હતું paddy અને riceમાં, આમાં more than 75, right? Wheat can be grown in the regions of lesser rainfall with irrigations also. Wheat cannot be grown in an area receiving more than 100 centimeters of rainfall. જો પાછી આ પણ કન્ડિશન છે. હવે 100 સેન્ટીમીટરથી વધારે રેનફોલ થઈ જાય ને, રાઈટ, કોઈ પણ એ પર્ટિક્યુલર એરિયા અથવા એ પ્લેસમાં, અને વીટ કઈ પર્ટિક્યુલર સોઇલમાં ડેવલપ થાય? બ્લેક સોઇલમાં ડેવલપ થાય, રાઈટ? એ બ્લેક સોઇલમાં જો 100 સેન્ટીમીટર કરતાં વધારે પાણી ઉતરી ગયું ને તો એ જગ્યાએ વીટ ડેવલપ થતું નથી, right? So somewhere in between 75 to 100, but if it rains more than 100 centimeters, it is quite difficult to develop wheat, right? Less labor force is required as mechanization is introduced in wheat cultivation. After the green revolution, the wheat production is almost double, right? હવે તો latest systems, technologies and machines આવી ગયા છે, so wheat production is becoming doubled, right? Wheat cultivation is carried mostly in, underline the names, Punjab, Haryana, West Uttar Pradesh, etc. These states contribute about 2/3 of the total national production. These states, ખાસ સમજો, જે સ્ટેટ્સના નામ આપ્યા છે પંજાબ, હરિયાણા and Western Uttar Pradesh. These states contribute about 2/3 of total national production. આખા ઇન્ડિયાનું જે નેશનલ પ્રોડક્શન છે that is 3, તો એમાંથી જે સેકન્ડ પાર્ટ એટલે ઓલમોસ્ટ you can say 70 to 75% of the wheat that comes from Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh, right? These states contribute about two-thirds of the total national production. As there is irrigation facility in these states, there is more per hectare production. Our states માં બહુ irrigation facilities છે. That means water is available in abundant quantity over there, right? So there is more of the farming in these types of states, right? As there is irrigation facility in these states, there is more per hectare production. Due to the canal water in Punjab, there is abundant wheat production. તમે વિચાર કરો કેનાલ જો એટલે કેટલું પાણી હોય, રાઈટ? જે પણ ફાર્મર પ્લાવ કરે, ગ્રો કરે, રાઈટ? Obviously it is going to give him the good desirable results, because the basic source of the thing that a farmer requires is water. Fertilizers ને chemicals ને બધું secondary stage માં આવે, પણ કઈ બી વસ્તુને ડેવલપ કરવી હોય તો main thing is the water, right? હવે canals હોય એટલે કેટલું પાણી હોય, so obviously anything can be grown, right? Due to the canal water in Punjab, there is abundant wheat production. That is why Punjab is also called the wheat bowl of India. Underline the sentence. Punjab is also called the wheat bowl of India. Wheat is also produced in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, West Bengal, etc. આ બીજા અલગ-અલગ states છે જ્યાં wheat produce થાય છે. Bhalia wheat is produced in the Bhal region of Gujarat. ભાલના ઘઉં એવું કહેવાય. ઘઉં એટલે wheat, right? I hope you understand, right? એ સૌથી ભારે હોય, right? એકદમ strong એનો દાણો હોય, right? And that is the most weighted wheat which has been produced in Gujarat. That is, the place is Bhal. Besides, Mehsana, Rajkot, Junagadh, Kheda also produces wheat. Among all food grains used in the daily meals, wheat is the best. Many items like rotli, bhakri, sev, shiro, lapsi, laddu, sukhdi, bread, puri, cakes, biscuits, etc. are prepared from wheat, right? આટલી બધી વસ્તુ wheat માંથી બને છે, and we all know all these things, right? Among all the grains, wheat is the most nutritious. That is why wheat is also called the king of grains. Underline the sentence. Wheat is also called the king of grains, right? Wheat ને શું કહેવામાં આવે છે? King of grains, right? Moving ahead towards the last concept, that is jowar. Jowar, bajra, maize and barley are major coarse grain grown in India. Jowar is the most produced grain in India after paddy and wheat, right? Third concept, your sequence wise is first one, that is paddy, that is rice. Second one, that is wheat, and the third one, that is jowar. Is the most produced grain after paddy and wheat. This crop is grown very widely. This crop is grown very widely in the dry and the less rainy region. Jowar એવી જગ્યાએ ડેવલપ થાય જે જગ્યા dry and less rainy, right, of the southern peninsula. Jowar is both kharif and rabi crop. Jowar બને છે kharif અને rabi crop. Temperature between 25 to 30 degrees Celsius, right? 25 થી 30, એટલે almost 30 degrees, એટલે neither that much hot or neither that much cool, right? એટલે તમે almost summer કહી શકો 30 degrees એટલે, right? વચ્ચેનું temperature, in short. 125 centimeters of rainfall. સૌથી કહેવાય ને expected 125 centimeters of rainfall. Black and loamy soil. Black and loamy soil, right? કાળી માટી, જે આપણે જનરલી સિમ્પલ એક્ઝામ્પલથી સમજાવું, બ્લેક સોઇલ એટલે આપણે ગાર્ડનમાં જે યુઝ કરીએ ને, કેટલા લોકો ગાર્ડન ક્રિએટ કરે ઘરની અંદર, રાઈટ? ગાર્ડનમાં બ્લેક સોઇલ હોય. શું હોય? બ્લેક સોઇલ. તમે ઘણીવાર કોઈ પણ સીડ હોય ને, એ સીડ તમે નાખજો અંદર એ બ્લેક સોઇલમાં, અને ફર્ટિલિટી થશે ને, સોઇલ સારી હશે ને, તો એ સીડ ડેવલપ થશે, એ સીડ ડેવલપ થશે, રાઈટ? So this is what it is. So jowar is been specially grown in black and loamy soil with favorable conditions. એટલે એને જે ટેમ્પરેચર જોઈએ 25 to 30 degrees એ એને મળવું જોઈએ. It is produced in, underline, it is produced in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat state. આટલા સ્ટેટ્સમાં jowar ડેવલપ થાય છે. Maximum farming of jowar in Gujarat is done in Surat and Tapi. ગુજરાતમાં કઈ જગ્યાએ મેક્સિમમ ફાર્મિંગ થાય છે? સો દેટ ઇઝ સુરત એન્ડ તાપી. That is Juar. That is Juar. Right? So we are stopping the video over here. We are not continuing ahead because other teachers are almost waiting outside. Right? So the next part will continue in the next session. Right? So we have discussed two important concepts today. First one, that is the farming methods. Right? Three types of farming methods. First is organic, second is sustainable, and the third one is mixed farming. Then we saw the agricultural production or the products in India, different productions which are being done in India. So first we understood how the agriculture products are being developed. They are being developed on the basis of seasons. So that is monsoon, winter and summer. Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. And then we saw the major agriculture crops and we understood which are the different sections or which are the different particular sectors, right? First is food grains, second is pulses, oilseeds, beverages, cash crops, condiments, fruits and vegetables. આ બધું farming concept ની અંદર જ આવે, right? પણ તમને એ ખબર હોવી જોઈએ કે wheat છે તો એ food crop છે, banana છે તો એ fruit છે, tea છે તો એ beverage છે, oilseeds માં till છે તો એ oilseeds છે. So this difference you should understand, right? Then we saw towards the main concept, that is paddy, wheat and the third, that is Juar, right? I hope whatever we discussed today is clear, right? If you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask. Hello. Any questions, any doubts? Hello. I'm not able to hear your voice.
સર તમે એક્સપ્લેન જે કરતા હતા ને એમાં વચ્ચે વચ્ચે સર અવાજ કપાતો હતો તો સર ટી સ્કૂલમાં જ્યારે વિડીયો મૂકશે ત્યારે જ સરખો જ આવશે ને?
હા, એટલે આમાં ઓલરેડી બીજો મોબાઈલ છે જ તે